how to get rich. All right, guys? Most important thing you can do as a man is get rich so that you can take care of your family, send your kids to college, make the next generation ready and able to thrive, okay? So, we got to get more money. How do we do that? So, buckle up your seatbelts, guys. Get ready for a good episode of John's Gold and Silver live episode. This is not a pre-recording. I repeat, this is not pre-recorded. This is all real. I am real. I am not AI generated either. All right, guys, so let's go. Bitcoin's on the move too. Got to remember to wear my hat. Welcome to the live chat, guys. Glad you're all here. One person. I'm glad you're all here, one person. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So we're just going to make a little protein drink. You can never have too much protein. Actually, you can. Any protein over your maintenance level well, I'm a crypto trader also, and I go live also. Sweet, dude. True dude. Yeah, I'm a crypto trader too. I do gold, silver, and crypto. And we do stocks and options and stuff on this channel too. We do gold stocks and gold options. Thanks for the subscription. Ben is my name. Good to meet you, Ben. I actually knew a guy named Ben. Benjamin. And he was quite a character. He's quite a character. So yeah, gold is on the move today, guys. Gold is up $9.70. And silver prices are $42.49. He trades futures on Binance. Cool, cool. All right, dude. Yeah, I'm not into the futures trading, but I'm more into options. I do options on crypto stocks and options on gold stocks. I think option calls are the way to go, you know? Most people, when they get into stocks, they end up losing money on options. But if you are, if you know what you're doing, option calls are the way to go, okay? My one buddy always used to tell me, the most retail loses money on options to try to scare me away from buying options, but I am not most retail. If you know what you're doing, if you follow the markets, option calls are your best bet to make the most money. Don't listen to others. Yes, they're risky, but don't let that scare you. You need to take high risk if you want to get rich. That's what this channel is all about, is getting rich. We're not trying to stay poor here, all right? We're trying to elevate our lives, pay for our kids' college, buy our kids houses and cars. The next generation should not have to struggle, okay? Seems like every generation just keeps struggling and no one can ever get ahead. You have to plan to be successful. Success isn't just going to happen, okay? You got to find a way. You got to have a breakthrough, okay? You need a mental breakthrough. So, solo something. Like and sub MFs. The struggle is real. Yeah, everybody is really struggling. You know, I'm not. I used to struggle a lot because I was only making like 15 bucks an hour, you know? But you guys should be making more than 15 bucks an hour. Unless you live down south, then the pay there is pretty low. But yes, you can go from struggling to thriving very easily. All you have to do is get a cheaper car payment, or you should get a car and pay for it in cash, okay? And then you should look for a cheap rent. And then that's really all you need to do, you know, and then just don't spend too much money on food. Limit your food cost, especially if you're overweight. You should buy a lot less food if you're overweight. You can save big money. So, but yes, everybody is struggling nowadays. It is getting harder and harder. That's why we buy gold and silver, okay? If you save your money in dollars, it's going to become devalued. But if you save in gold and silver, you're going to beat inflation, okay? And if you can beat inflation, that means you're making big money, all right? So gold and silver, right now, they're beating inflation. And I would expect them to continue to beat inflation. So just keep buying gold and keep buying silver and keep buying crypto right now too, because cryptocurrency is going to beat inflation as well. Money finds a way. It finds a place to go. Smart money does. Dumb money finds a place to go too. Dumb money is all spent at the mall, or it's all spent on a new $60,000 car, you know. And new cars are junk. You should not be buying a brand new car. They're all crap because of the U.S. government. They have all these regulations on the emissions, the gas mileage, and it's making cars very unreliable because they have to build everything so close with the specifications are so tight that problems are coming up big time. All modern cars are having so many problems. The new GM trucks, their engines are blowing up. Dodges have always been shit. Fords have always been junk. The transmissions, Nissans are junk because the transmissions, they use the JAPCO, Japanese Automatic Transmission Company. So all car manufacturers are going bad. Even Toyotas are now junk, okay? So if you want to buy a car, you got to find a car that is preferably from like the year 2000 until 2008. And those cars are much more reliable than a brand new car. So you got to find an old Toyota or an old Honda. That's really the way to go, guys. If you spend a lot of money on your car payment, you're going to be struggling, you know, then you're going to be saying, oh, the struggle is real. The struggle is real. Wait, what's your car payment? It's $800 a month. Oh, well, the struggle is all your fault then. Why did you get an $800 a month car payment? The struggle is real, but you caused the struggle. So don't complain that you're struggling if your car payment is $800 a month, because you did it to yourself, okay? So yeah, the struggle is real, but you can prevent the struggle. You can rise above. You can get rich. That's what this channel is all about, guys. If you want to get rich, join my Patreon. It's only 10 bucks a month. All right? That's if you want to get rich. And if you're not afraid. Most people are very scared. They do not want to invest any money. Because they have their mindset, you know, it's a negative. People have a negative mindset. People have to plan to get rich. So you need to change the way you think. Are you planning to get rich? My guess is no. My guess is you're planning to stay poor. How do I know that? Because that's 99% of you. Only about 1% of people are actually trying to get rich. The other 99% people, they don't think they can ever get rich. They would rather blow all their money and get a quick dopamine rush. Okay? I know you would be on, brother. Michael Rubin, what's up, dude? This Ninja Guppy says he's poor. Well, honestly, you're poor. It's nobody's fault but yourself. Okay? Yeah, if your parents gave you a whole bunch of money, you'd be rich. But you can't blame that on your parents. You certainly can, actually. But the fact of the matter is now, you're on your own in life, okay? You got to start getting a better career. You got to pay your own way through college if you want to go to college. Or trade school. Do you want to win? Yes, do you guys want to win? You bunch of noobs. You want to win, don't you? Trying to win every day, guys. Let's check out the price of gold right now. See how we're doing. It's up $9.70. So kind of boring. It's only up nine bucks. So that doesn't really get me excited. But keep buying gold and silver. Also, First Majestic, McEwen Mining, Silvercorp Metals, Barrick Gold. Just keep on loading up, guys. You got to have faith that our government will fail, and the government, have faith that our government will destroy the dollar, because they will, okay? You got to plan to succeed. You got to look into the future and see what's coming, okay? The DXY is going to drop to 70, and gold is going to skyrocket, okay? The last time they lowered the interest rates, silver went up 410%. So I would expect silver to go up at least 410%. So right now it's at 43 bucks. I think we should be looking at least $160, okay? And silver will go over 160. It's just going to take longer. All right? So stay strong, guys. You got to stay strong. So, nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. Yeah. Your 9 to 5 is your bread and butter. That's going to be your reliable source of income, that you take that 9 to 5 money and you got to try to save as much as you can. Okay? Save and invest and buy stock options on Bitfarms and other stocks like that. Stock options on First Majestic Silver, that's going to be a good one. McEwen Mining, I think that's going to 80 bucks. It's only about $13 and change right now. So you can look to buy option calls on that one. And, you know, there's going to be many, many opportunities I see to get rich. But you guys actually have to take the freaking opportunity. Most people, you know, back in the day when GameStop was like $3, people were like, oh, I don't want that. And then it went up to 300. And then you're like, oh, now I want it. Okay? You guys got to train yourself to buy when things are slow. Okay? You got to buy when everything's dead. Like Shiba Inu. Right now, nobody wants Shiba Inu. That's why you got to buy it now. That's how you get rich. Same thing with internet computer. Nobody likes ICP. They all think it's fake. They all think it's a fraud. That's the narrative that they want you to believe. I'm telling you, internet computer could go to $100, all right? It could do a 20 or a 30 or a 40x, or even higher. It could go to 700, okay? How much could you make? Right now, ICP is less than $5. If it goes to 700, that's enough to change your life. Okay? That's enough. That's life-changing money, life-changing gains. All right, guys? So if you want to know more about that, join my Patreon. I wanted to invest in land. My ex refused, said it was a waste. That's why you don't listen to your ex. You're supposed to be the man of the house. Was your woman actually a man? You let your woman make all the decisions? No. If you make the decisions, if you let the woman make the decision, then the marriage is going to fall apart. Okay? The man has to make all the decisions. The man's got to be the one that drives the car. The man's got to be in charge of the finances. Unless your woman is like a financial advisor or something. And in that case, she's probably smarter than you. Okay? But in most cases, the men should control the finances. But today though, men are like boys. Men want to blow all their money on bowling, movies, taking women out to dinner. They want to get a stripper, you know, for them and their wife so they can enjoy that. They want to take their women out to expensive dinners. They want to go buy football season tickets. They want to do all kinds of foolish things that keep you poor, okay? Like I said, you got to plan to get rich. Don't plan to stay poor. Hey, Water Buffalo. Good to see you in here. I'm glad you're up. I'm glad you're in here. I am a woman. He said no. Okay. So, guys, yeah, the men have to make the decisions. The men only date submissive women, okay? You have to go out with women that are submissive, that let you make the decision, or that they understand that the man is in charge, because that's biblical. According to the Bible, women should submit to their husband. This means they have to let the husband lead, okay? The husband gets to rule the household, makes the rules. As soon as your woman stops being submissive, you have to get rid of her, okay? And find a new woman. If all men did this, women would start to change. They'd all become more submissive. But men are not going to do this. They're wimps. Men are all simps. Simp means sucker, idolizing, mediocre pussy. Okay? You are probably a simp. Why do I know that? Because 99% of men are simps. They want to do whatever the woman says. Okay? They want to please the woman because they're afraid to become alone. A lot of men are afraid to be alone. I'll tell you something. Being alone is great. I can do what I want. I can go out freaking bar whenever I want. I can be with multiple women if I want. Okay? Every week I can get a new woman. So being a single man, it's got a lot of benefits too. Okay? So, KC Trades, my boy. My chat miss. All right, guys, any questions? Any questions regarding that? Right now I'm making a pound of beef. I'll go show you guys. You got to eat a pound of beef a day to keep the doctor away. No. But having a pound of beef a day, it will give you adequate protein to build muscle. Okay? He was married but single, LOL. Angel Eyes Gail. Hey, Gail. So you never gonna marry? Yeah, I would like to marry. But nowadays, marriage is a perversion of what it should be. Marriage is supposed to be between the man, woman, and the church. Now it's between a man, woman, and the state. Who agrees with what the state is doing? Who agrees with what the U.S. government is doing? I bet you women will, because they get all the benefits in a divorce. Kentucky just gave equal custody. Okay? Kentucky gave equal custody to the man and the woman. So this is moving in the right direction. You got to give equal custody. Right now, the courts in New York, the women have all the power. Okay? The women always win. That's just the way it is. Okay? The court system is messed up. So in reality, most men should not get married unless you actually fully understand how to vet your woman. You have to be able to tell if she's the right one for you. Okay? If you do not know how to vet a woman, then you should not be dating at all. Okay? You got to know what to look for to tell if you got the right woman or if she's just going to leave you. So you and Andrew Tate are on the same page. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I'm on the same page as Andrew Tate. You know, I agree with him on most things, for sure. What's your chain design called? Is that a Cuban link? I don't know. It's like Cuban or Figaro or something. Is this like a Figaro? I really don't know. You guys probably know. Is this a Figaro or a Cuban? Maybe it's a Cuban. This guy says he will keep buying gold. I think that's a smart decision. You should buy gold whatever the price is, because the price is going to go higher. No matter what the price is right now, it's going to go a lot higher. So just keep on buying it. If it goes to 5,000, 6,000, just keep on buying it. It's going to go way higher. If it goes to 20,000, keep on buying it. So you're just going to buy a lot smaller amounts, a lot smaller quantities at a time. But in reality, silver is for the poor man. So you guys should be buying silver, because silver is going to explode. Silver is going to outperform. I bought gold and he said no. Okay, so this woman on here, she wants to buy gold and her husband says no. I'm a little bit surprised, but I definitely believe you. Because a lot of men, I'm telling you, they're stupid. A lot of men act like boys. They're not intelligent. And the ones that are intelligent, they don't know how to use their intelligence. They use it, then they misdirect it. They're into the wrong stuff. They're not into gold and silver. They're into other stuff. So I did it without him. He wasted money at the bar. Wow. Angel Eyes says that her man or her ex or her current man, I don't know, he was blowing his paychecks at the bar and she wanted to buy silver. Sounds like me and you should link up, to be honest with you. I think if me and you linked up, it'd be like perfect. You know? It's because it's so hard to find a woman that's actually into saving and investing and thinking about the future and thinking about, you know, making money to send their kids to college and stuff like that. Because women do typically want to please themselves in the here and now, and they don't have the foresight to look into the future. So you're a rare woman. If you're thinking about gold, you are very rare. And that's hot. If a woman is into gold and silver and investing, to me, that's hot. What's up, bro? Remember me? King Dragon. Yeah, I do remember you, of course. It was just a few days ago that we talked, I think. I changed my profile picture. Yeah, it definitely looks cool. It's a red, looks like a red fiery dragon. Kind of like a Charizard. Any trade profits gained within a year are subject to capital gains of 40%. No, it's not 40%. What are you, crazy? Capital gains isn't 40%. It's like 30 or 33. If you hold the stock for more than a year and then sell, you pay about 15. Yes. But if you end up holding too long, it can go the other way. Okay. So I sold my crypto last December because I knew it was going to crash. I said, yeah, I could hold on to it, but I'd rather sell it now, pay the taxes, and buy back lower. That's exactly what I did. I sold my crypto last December and I bought back way cheaper. So I paid my taxes, but it was all worth it, guys. It was all worth it. So sometimes you should cash out. Whenever the market peaks, just take advantage of it and cash out, you know? And the market's not peaked yet. I think Bitcoin's going way higher. I think Bitcoin might hit 175 by the end of the year. And it's all going to start tomorrow or the day after with the first rate cut. We could see Bitcoin start to go up now and hit a new record within 2 weeks. In fact, I think that's likely to happen. I think in 2 weeks, Bitcoin could hit a new record high. Okay? I really do think that's very possible. I only buy 24 karat gold, bot gold. I don't think bot gold is 24. I think it's 22. 24 karat, dude. I think bot gold is 22, but maybe I'm wrong. 25 pounds of silver. My ex. Who? Your ex what? He had 25 pounds of silver? What? Or you have 25 pounds of silver? Michael Rubin. Thank you. I am rate. Please talk more on ICP coin. Says my chain looks cool. This guy doesn't believe in car payments either. Yeah, car payments are my favorite. I want to become famous for this statement. A car payment is the number one thing that will keep you poor. I think the more people that know that, the better. Okay, I want to be known for that statement. Car payments will keep you poor. That's very, very important. All right. So, I do got to say something about ICP now. Yeah, 22K. That's what bot gold is, I think, 22. Definitely avoid car payments if possible, but also get your dream car if you have the opportunity because life is short. That's true. That's just what the one lady was telling me today. She said, you know, life is short. She knows people that have 175,000 in cash, and these people won't go on a vacation. They say, oh, I can't afford a vacation. And she's like, you have 175. She didn't understand how people get with their money. You know, some people are crazy about their money. They have over 100 grand, but they can't enjoy anything ever. You know, I believe you should enjoy some of your money. That's why I buy $160 shoes, but I also get them for 40 bucks on eBay. So I enjoy some of my money by getting high quality used stuff, you know. Definitely. So I have 25 pounds of silver. Oh, Angel Eyes has 25 pounds. Yeah, if you and me were to get together, then we'd have about 50 pounds of silver. And then we'd really be rich once silver price hits 200. So since my divorce, I am trying to rebuild my life. I'm trying to rebuild my life since my last woman broke up with me, you know? That was a big hit when she left me, and then I was like, I'm going to use it to motivate me. And now I got to the next level. So she left me about 2 years ago, and then I said, I'm going to use this anger and make it motivate me. And it worked. Now I got more money. I got more crypto. I got more everything now. Got my own place now. I got a motorcycle right now. Everything is going good. So yes, Angel Eyes, you will rebuild. You will rebuild. You got to have faith. You got to be positive. You're going to rebuild and you're going to get to where you want to be. Just keep on going. Just keep on going. Since I told my kids to buy gold and silver, they laughed. Well, they're just kids. They're just kids. You can't blame them. They don't know. But they make it seem like gold and silver are not a reputable investment. But once the price of gold hits like 4,000 or 5,000, everybody's going to be recommending it. Okay. Yeah. So whatever the general populace says, you got to do the opposite. And just the kids, man, they don't know. They're like, oh, the kids have no clue about inflation. Don't ask your kids. Don't tell your, well, her kids are probably older. Kids are probably grown up. And I bet you they're not laughing anymore. Okay. They're not laughing anymore. I have some of my family members, they bought a little bit of silver. I said, yeah, you better buy some silver. So I sold them some. And the first thing that people will say is, well, oh, are you making any money off me? I'm buying silver off you. Are you making any money? I'm just like, no, I want you to be rich. I'm trying to help you. I can sell you this silver and I can just buy more for the same price. So I'm not making any money and I'm not losing any money. I'm trying to help you. Like, people don't understand that, like, I'm actually trying to help them. I'm trying to help you guys. That's why I talk about gold and silver every single day in my life. Okay? Because I want to help you. I don't need your money. You know, you guys pay me like $1,000 a year. I have a Patreon. I make about $1,000 a year. So it's really not, that's a drop in the bucket, you know? So I'm really doing this for you guys. I'm not making anything right now. You can see my super chat right here. Super chat, 0. I didn't make any money today. It's all for you guys, all for you. And this is my own personal private time too that I'm giving to you guys. The body Bitcoin fiat. Oh, they bought Bitcoin and they keep their money in dollars or whatever. You know, you got to have a husband that understands gold and silver, you know, and can teach the kids. They might not want to listen to you because you're their mom, you're a woman, you know. They might think you don't know. Who knows? I don't know. But just keep on telling them to buy silver. Silver's still cheap. I myself am more into option calls on silver mining stocks and option calls on gold stocks. But I also do hold a lot of physical as well. And I do hold physical platinum and palladium too. Michael Rubin's not a big fan of crypto. I'm not either, dude. But I'm recommending it right now because it's going to go higher. We can, you know, like this. I bought XRP at 50 cents. I sold it at 275, and I bought this for 3,900. I always say this is my XRP chain. So XRP is fake money. I turned fake money into real gold. That's a real magic trick for you. How can you turn fake, stupid crypto into actual real gold? Follow this channel to find out. Okay, hit me or join my Patreon. I teach you guys how to turn fake money into real gold, fake crypto into actual hard assets that you can hold in your hand. Okay, that's the way to do it. That's the only reason I trade crypto, is because when I make money on crypto, I buy gold. You know, that's the smartest way to do it. Me rather hold it too. We can see your silver. I don't have any silver on me. Sorry, dog, hit my phone. If you don't hold it in your hand, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. Well, that's true. There's going to come a time where if you don't hold it, you don't own it. Okay? Right now, though, you still own it. You know, if you hold crypto, yes, you do own it. But it's going to change. You know, when World War III starts, a lot of people's money could go up in smoke. You know, that's what the government's probably going to do, is convert all of the debt into stable coins, and then probably the grid's going to go down, and all that information will be lost. So the government will get out of debt for free. You know, they're planning something. Russia just said something about that. Russia just said that the U.S. government is going to use stable coins, crypto, and gold to eliminate its debt. So Russia's saying a lot of stuff that makes a lot of sense right now. Right now, I really think Putin knows what he's doing. I think he's he's more honest than Trump. He's a good man. Putin's a good man. It's crazy to see Putin actually come out against Israel, but yet Trump is supporting Israel. Trump is supporting these terrorists, but Putin is condemning them. And North Korea is condemning them. So it seems like America is becoming the worst country now. And we're being led by Trump, who's pro-Israel. So it seems like Trump is definitely not right anymore. Something's not right with him. He's been bought out. I think Trump's been bought. And we already knew this on this channel, guys. I told you Trump's been bought out. I told you who he serves. Even before Trump got elected, I told you that he serves the banks. You can't deny it. I told you that. Okay? Trump serves the banks. And there's a religious group that runs Wall Street, and they control the banks. And, you know, Marco Rubio, you saw him kissing the wall. Trump kissed the wall. Why would they do that? If Trump's a true Christian, why would he kiss the wall? It makes no sense. He's not a Christian. Marco Rubio is not a Christian. These politicians, 90% of politicians take money from Israel. Did you know that? That's what I heard. 90% of them are taking money from Israel. This is not good. It's not right. Okay? You can definitely make money with crypto, but I'd rather invest in different things. Yeah. I'd rather buy the crypto, and then when the crypto goes up, then I buy the different things. I think that's, in my opinion, that's the best way to do it, because crypto is more volatile and it can spike much faster. So when crypto skyrockets, I'm just going to dump it and like buy oil stocks and gold stocks. I think that's the best way to go. Yeah, just when crypto skyrockets, just dump it and then buy dividend stocks. And then those dividends will add to your income. So that's the best thing to do. And remember, you guys got to have a Roth IRA and put dividend stocks in there. I got a Roth IRA. You should too, okay? You guys got to do what I do. If I get a Roth IRA, you get a Roth IRA. If I get a brokerage account, you get a brokerage account. If I got a crypto account, you get a crypto account. You guys got to start to copy me. You got to start to copy those who know what's going on, okay? Copy those that are in the know. Do what smart people are doing. That's what I do. That's what you guys should do too. All right? You're absolutely right, bro. I have a question. What are the and length of the chain you wear? Looks like a 14K price. Well, this is only 10 karat and it's got about 98 grams, 97.3 grams or something. So it's got like an ounce of gold, so it's worth about 3,600. Yeah. So yeah, it's only 10 karat. And the length, I'm not sure. 28, 29 inches. I really don't know what the length is. It might be 26 inches. I think it's 26. Yeah, I think so. What you hear, what's true, what you hear and what's true are two different things. What you hear on the media is going to be false. Okay? Remember, all these politicians, you know, remember this religious group runs the media. Okay? Do you understand that? There's a certain religious group. They not only run Wall Street, but they control our media. It's because they're really the heads of the banks. They own the banks. They run everything. You know, the Jews run everything. Okay? Got to get moving. Thanks for the great content. No problem, dude. Yes. Let's trust Hamas reporting civilian deaths. Yeah. I don't trust Hamas about anything. That's so stupid. It's all BS what you hear on the news, okay? But you guys know. Most people know. But even if everybody knows the truth, the government knows we're not going to fight them. The government knows we're not going to rise up against it. And if we do, the government has a plan to stop us. You know, at this point, America's gone. In my opinion, there's no taking it back. If we get a good president, they'll kill him. Just like they did Charlie Kirk. Okay, that was a political assassination. If we get a good president, they would instantly annihilate him, just like JFK. There is no taking America back. We're done. The only thing we can do is to protect our own household. Gold, silver, you know, have plenty of water and food, and try to have all your bills paid off. Try not to be in debt, okay? Don't be a slave to the banks. You know, they want you to be a slave to the banks for your whole life. And I say no, we should not do that, all right? Do you know if Schwab has IRA accounts? Yes, they do, of course. Jesus Rodriguez. Yeah, I've been putting in $150 a week into my IRA, but I lowered it to 50. I just lowered it to 50 bucks because I just want to put more money into actual dividend stocks that I'm going to receive those dividends, you know. My IRA, it's full of dividend stocks. I've got about $2,000 in there in dividend stocks now. And that's just for retirement. I want to start making dividends now, you know. So I'm putting more money in my brokerage account. But I'm going to keep on loading up my IRA. You got to have an IRA, guys. Just put 50 bucks in there a week. Or if you can, put 75 in a week. Okay? I know, I understand it's hard. If you can only put $25 a week in your IRA, do it. And then later on, raise it up to 35. And then next month, raise it up to 45. And before you know it, you know, you're going to get a raise. You'll be piling money in your IRA. And that's going to lead towards you having a better retirement. Do not count on Social Security. I keep hearing Social Security is going to die out. I believe it will. I believe Social Security is going to be done. The government cannot save you. You have to save for your own retirement. Okay? Beautiful place, brother. Do you stack bullion? Yes. I stack gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. Palladium is the hardest to sell because it's kind of an obscure metal, but it is very, very rare. And I think the palladium price is going to go up to 4,000 or 5,000. And platinum too, I think platinum is going to go to 4,000 or 5,000. The people can fight as long as we have weapons. Well, the Democrats already took them away. But a lot of Republicans still have weapons. But the government's going to have drones that can take out the pockets of resistance. You know, when us men, when we actually want to team up and overthrow a tyrannical government, the government is going to send drones wherever the pockets of resistance is, and they will eliminate the resistance. So as I said, we don't have any hope at all. You know, you can try to protect your own house as long as you can, but I don't think that there's winning this. There's no winning this. There's no taking our government back. All the politicians are already bought out. You guys know this. We can't win. We can't win. There's no America anymore. It's not the same America. It will never go back. Because foreign people have too much influence over the politicians. Politicians are all greedy noobs. Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio. These are scumbags, okay? These people only care about money, only care about pleasing the powers that be, okay? So people will not if they take away Social Security. We'll see. Second Amendment is still alive and well abroad. I know it is, but it doesn't matter. The government can easily destroy you. If we create a pocket of resistance, let's say we make a couple thousand men, they're just going to send drones and they'll just kill us all. You know, the government can do that. They can send drones anywhere, you know, or a bomb, you know. So there's no winning. There's no taking America back. There's only survival. Okay. I think you're underestimating the power of the American people. No, 99% of the American people are brainwashed. You think 1% can really take our government back? No. You think 1 freaking percent can take the government back? We can't do anything. We that are the 1%, we can't do anything. We can talk and say, yeah, we need to take our government back. That's what I'm doing right now. We can talk about it, but there's no winning. There's not. There's not. Even the Bible says it's going to get worse. The wars are going to get out of hand. There's going to be more deceit, more corruption. There's no taking America back. 75 million men. First of all, you need a leader. You need a leader for those 75 million men. Who's that leader going to be? Someone that they allow on TV? No. If there is a true leader, he would not be allowed on TV because that would make him a target. The true leader would have to be somewhere that nobody knows where he is. Okay? He would have to be out of the light. It's impossible to run a resistance like that with a leader that's not on TV. People need to see their leader in order to stay confident. It's just because of the dynamics of leadership. There's no way America will come back. There's no way that 75 million men are able to group up, agree on the same thing, and actually do it. That is not possible. And 75 million men in America, you can't do it. It's not going to happen. A lot of those men have families. They're not going to want to go to war. A lot of those men are weak. Where you get this 75 million from, I don't know. In America, we have weak men. So we don't have warriors anymore. Yeah, I'm a warrior. You are. Well, what are we going to do? What are me and you going to do? Like I say, guys, you got to protect your own household. You got to buy gold and silver. So then when they come for it, you got a gun, you know? If they come for it to take it away, you got to protect it. But he disagrees, yeah. You have hope. Hope is not a winning strategy. You need an actual leader. Who's the leader? Who's going to lead those 75 million men? Me? Yeah, I feel like God's called me to lead the men, but it ain't happening. So how is it going to happen? How am I supposed to lead all these people? If I start talking about the resistance, YouTube will just take me down. And then how does my voice get heard? Okay, so anytime you get a leader, they're just going to stop his voice. That's what the government does. Disorient, confuse, and divide. The government is doing divide and conquer. We can't beat the government strategy, you know? The powers that be are too powerful. You just want to have hope. I get it. I have foolish, ignorant hope. I'm sorry to say that, but The world is done. It's about history. Yeah, but things are different now. All the politicians are controlled. There's no... You say because in the past we rose up against our government. Well, we rose up against the British government. Things are different now. We can't win now. USA is the greatest country to ever exist. Not anymore. Now it's one of the most corrupt countries. Yeah, it's one of the worst countries now. It really is one of the worst. Look at... Yeah. People still say that. They say, oh, America's the greatest country. No, it's actually becoming one of the worst. I've watched it. Ever since I was a kid, I've watched it get worse and worse and worse and worse. When I was a kid, they used to say it's the greatest country too. But it ain't, it ain't. It's just a statement that people repeat. Oh, it's a great country, yes. People just repeat it. If you say a lie loud enough and long enough, people will believe it.